Oh, we're all in lockdown again. How exciting. Schools are closed though again this time. Obviously till Feb half term. Mini Sardines is here. And I've just got a polo shirt on today. Not a proper shirt, but I've got a great excuse. Today's my birthday. 5th of Jan, yes indeed. Mr. Sardines is 55 today. I know I don't look a day over 21. That's what you're supposed to be saying. But my excuse today is Mini Sardines has been brilliant. Not only did he organise my cards and Prezi and run a bath this morning for us and everything, he laid all my clothes out. And this is the clothes he selected. So obviously I'm going to wear it, aren't I? So there we go. Now, subscribe to Sardines please. Subscribe to below the YouTube channel. I think it's in this corner, the bottom right hand corner. There's even, if you're watching on a PC, there's a little green logo down here. With an S for Sardines, and if you click on that, the subscribe button will magically appear. And if you look for the little bell as well, press the bell as well, you'll get notified when we upload a brand new video, which is exciting, isn't it? So there we go. There's also a link below this video to our website, and where you can register, and you can also subscribe to the digital issue of Sardines. They're all digital at the moment. I'm not sure when we're going to be able to print again. With all this lockdown and third wave coming and spikes and things, who knows what's going to happen. But it's a good year now, isn't it? It's coming up to a year, so it's going to be ridiculous. Anyway, lots of shout outs today, and there's 2 reasons I'm really reading these out. One, actually 3. One is I should have read some out yesterday, but ignoring that, of course. One of the reasons is you might directly be linked to one of these societies. You might be a member of a society, and it might chuff you to bits to hear your society and what you've been up to mentioned in one of these, so that's great. But also, if your society isn't mentioned, I'm sure you're going to relate to something that I'm going to say. Something that one of these societies has been up to might be exactly what you're doing. And if that's the case, why don't you send us an email, send us a message. Just email news@sardinesmagazine.co.uk, or you can comment on this video, you can post something on our Facebook page, Twitter page. Just get in touch with us basically. So we've got some shout outs here, and I'll be mentioning a few people as we go. And I'll be talking quite fast because there's quite a lot to get through. So here we go. Based in South East London, the Shooters Hill Players has adapted to the restraints of lockdown by producing a series of radio plays, rehearsed and recorded via Zoom, which are then being broadcast on a local FM radio station once a week on a Sunday night. Lockdown happened as the society were at the early stages of rehearsing their production of Under Milkwood. They could no longer meet, obviously, and so they now have the nice problem of being very busy during this period, with 6 short 5-minute plays written and recorded by the members, and more are needed. That's an interesting point, isn't it? The group was set up only 10 months ago, so 10 months ago, that must have been either just before lockdown kicked in, or just after it kicked in, something like that. Set up 10 months ago by the ex-professional artistic director of the London Theatre, who saw a need for a new local amateur theatre group and wanted us to use his experience of directed large-scale productions to the local community. Fantastic. You get a thumbs up from us. The members now write their own scripts for radio, and they act and direct in them, and even after lockdown they'll continue this way of producing live local theatre productions, and hopefully soon when their venue reopens they'll also go back to live productions. All you have to do is go to www.shootershillplayers.weebly.com, and you'll be able to find the society there. Another new society, Festoon, Festoon, Festoon Theatre Company, was actually born in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. How amazing is that? How mad is that? Festoon Theatre Company saw a need in the amateur theatre world for a company that focused on small casts and rarely performed shows, and isn't now relevant for that kind of thing. To complement this, FTC will be looking at performing at unusual and unconventional venues in the Shepherd's Bush, Chiswick and Hammersmith areas of London. So that's the West London area. The team of Matt, these are the founders obviously I guess, the main team of Matt, Christina and George, who have over 40 years of combined experience in amateur theatre, have performed in and produced many musicals in multiple venues. And the website there is www.festoontheatrecompany.co.uk, so why don't you check them out. Theatrecraft says, here at Theatrecraft we want to wish you and your families the happiest and healthiest of Christmases and New Years. We have so missed seeing our Theatrecraft family this year, and also our amazing supporters and friends who come every year to see one of our productions. We have particularly missed our tradition of producing Herne Bay's annual family pantomime at the King's Hall. Well, there's something we can all relate to. I mean, who's missed pantomime this year? Everybody, I'm presuming. They've been doing it for many decades, so just because we can, we have included below a few of our pantomime memories. So what we'll do is we'll put a few pictures up where we can. When pictures have been sent or being included with posts or emails or messages, we'll try and put them up so you can see what we're talking about. They carry on. We cannot wait to get back to our stages next year, but in the meantime we are raising our glass to all of our friends, family and supporters, and to our dear Theatrecraft family members who are no longer with us. We hope for all of you a much improved 2021. Hear, hear to that. Hear, hear all round. Kingswood Players in Kent, I believe. We would normally be preparing to welcome you all to Challock Memorial Hall as we prepare to dress up and take to the stage and make you laugh your socks off, or maybe just your hat. I think we're talking pantomime again. We are so sorry we can't give you your annual January entertainment this year, but fear not, we will be back. Oh yes, we will. The age-old pun there. The past year has certainly been rather unexpected and beyond our wildest dreams. I don't think even our panto could have come up with this storyline. I think you're probably right there. However, I hope all of the Kingswood players, old and new, and our lovely supporters are keeping safe and well during this difficult time. We will get through this. Wish you all a happy new year. Let's hoping it's much better for 2021. Our curtain may be closed for now, but we will open again. The magic of pantomime can never end. That's probably true, actually. Now, I do want to mention Anne Gilmore from the Little Theatre Guild, and Questers Ealing's Theatre. Ealing's Questers Theatre. Questers Theatre is in Ealing, of course. It is one of the biggest theatres in London, if not the biggest. Anne Gilmore is a bit of a tour de force. She, on behalf of the Little Theatre Guild, she posts and reposts lots and shares lots and lots of posts from members from societies all over the place. And we were going to mention some here, which is going to be very interesting. New Venture Theatre in Brighton. It's back with its first production since the start of the pandemic, and more importantly, its first ever virtual production. The production is called Arthur and Esther, written by Ross Howard, and it's going to be broadcast from the 12th to the 16th of January 2021 at 7:45. A play of two worlds. This amusing, elemental and affecting two-hander explores love, its loss and the lives we inherit and impose on others. We follow Arthur, played by John Talbot, in his humorous attempts to find a way to end it all, but learn of his deep sadness, passion and frustration as the play develops. With Esther, played by Diane Robinson, his wife, in the wake of her tragic drowning, we find her looking back on her life, going over the mistakes she's made and seeking understanding and forgiveness. The tickets to the first ever online production are in the link. I'll read it all out and then you can probably shorten it. It's ticketsource.co.uk/New Venture Theatre /Arthur-Esther/E-OYKRGK But I should think if you just want to put in ticketsource.co.uk/New Venture Theatre, I'm sure you'll somehow find the production. Synodon Players at the Corn Exchange Theatre in Wallingford have put up a selection of photographs from pantomimes past, as we've all got to cancel our pantomimes this season. So they've got photographs we'll be putting up now from Robinson Crusoe and the Pirates, The Sleeping Beauty, that goes back to 2003, Dick Whittington and His Cat, and Humpty Dumpty. One of those last two is from 2004, I believe. Some of them look pretty old, but there we go. There's some programme photographs, some images, and some production images. Archway Theatre in Hawley. Now that our panto alternative is now available for viewing, excuse me, that's probably YouTube or online somehow, we thought we would show you this amazing photograph. It's from Nikolai of the North, which is full of music, singing, acting and stunning costumes. But on top of all that, there is a lot of impressive prosthetic and makeup. Here we see our cherished Joy Andrews as a horrifying witch, but watch the show to see her amazing transformation. How interesting, and what a great photograph image it is. Every ticket bought goes back to the theatre to help keep it running. Fantastic. Mads Theatre in Macclesfield. 2020 has been one of the most eventful yet uneventful years Mads has ever experienced. Well, who can't say yes to that? Who can't say hear, hear to that single sentence? We began the year hot off the heels of the award-winning Nell Gwyn, and we're full steam ahead working on the next two productions. Sounds familiar? For Mads Theatre, it was Moon Over Buffalo and Murder, Margaret and Me. The latter has since been postponed. We were also proud hosts of the Cheshire One Act Drama Festival, at which we won the Adjudicators Award and Best Original Play. Congratulations! However, mere days after the festival, the country went into lockdown. That's probably the first lockdown. We're now in our third lockdown, aren't we, that Boris announced yesterday? In response to the pandemic. We hope to see you all again whenever we can reopen, and in the meantime, please stay safe. On behalf of everyone at Mads, thank you for your continued support throughout this most unusual of years. Most unusual of years is something of an understatement, isn't it? The Richmond Shakespeare Society in Surrey. As we come to the end of this very strange and challenging year, let's take a moment to celebrate everything that we've achieved despite the circumstances, and I hope all of your societies are doing that, looking back at things you've done in the past. Richmond Shakespeare Society is marking our two stage productions of Long Day's Journey into Night and Dream, which were both nominated for Multiple Arts Richmond Swan Awards. Congratulations. Shakespeare in the Park, which was the first live performance since lockdown and performed to an audience of 500 almost at Marble Hill House. Congratulations for getting that many people together, and congratulations for squeezing in a performance in between our lockdowns. Stage Fright was our spooky Halloween film project set in the Mary Wallace Theatre, where they perform a lot of productions, and streamed on YouTube. All our Zoom events include full productions, rehearsed readings, poetry nights, new writing, quizzes, parties, and even an interview about the Richmond Shakespeare Society. None of this would have happened without the talent, creativity and dedication of our wonderful members. Thank you to everyone who has been involved in these projects and supported us this year. We have many more in the pipeline for 2021 and will continue to bring the joy of theatre to you in whatever way we can. Isn't that symbolic of how members of societies have dug in and been creative and really supported things going on throughout the pandemic? And lastly, until we do a few very brief shout-outs, the Playhouse Whitstable says, as we have reached the end of the decade, let's have a not brief enough retrospective of the last 10 years. And in brackets they've got 2020 doesn't really count. I think we can all agree on that. Can we all agree on that? I think so. 79 shows, which is made up of 26 comedies, 26 dramas, 10 pantos, 10 variety shows and 7 musicals. 36 directors, 297 actors, 22 set designers, 26 PAs. I think that's public address systems, not personal assistants. 17 prompts, 118 construction and stage crew members, 20 sound designers, 33 sound operators, 18 lighting designers, 70 lighting operators, 25 costume designers, 29 stage managers, 26 props getters and gatherers, and that's just a single decade. And how fantastic to be able to mention all those backstage unsung heroes there. Haven't we all? All of the societies have got so many unsung heroes, and you just heard from one single decade how many people are involved. It's incredible, isn't it? The last 10 years have seen the Playhouse in Whitstable transformed, whether it's in the bar, the studio, the outside lighting, the outside paintwork, the dressing room, the incomprehensible clock, whatever that means. I'm sure members will know what that means. Workshop organisation, the embracing of social media as a sales tool, or honey and ginger ice cream. There's a few in-house jokes or references here, aren't there? The Playhouse and definitely the Lindley Players have been morphed by the decades, and all of that has been compiled and brought together by Dan of the Archive. So well done, Dan. That's really, really admirable of you to do that. And lastly, these are some very, very brief just mentions of societies who have posted some Happy New Year messages. We've got the Little Theatre Guild, of course, and thanks Anne Gilmore for all you've done there. Geod's Musical Theatre in London. Robin Hood Theatre Company, Newark-upon-Trent in Nottinghamshire. Market Harborough Drama Society. People's Theatre in Newcastle. Groundlings Theatre in Portsmouth. Rainham Theatrical Society, Rainham's in Essex. Company of 10, Abbey Theatre, St Albans in Hertfordshire. Maskers Theatre Company, Southampton. Doncaster Little Theatre. Cotswold Playhouse. Blackfriars Theatre in Boston. Let's see, the Stables Theatre and Arts Centre in Hastings in East Sussex. Priory Theatre, Kenilworth. The Wharf Theatre, Devizes. Loft Theatre, Leamington Spa. The Questors Theatre in Ealing in London. Youth Action Theatre, Hampton Hill Playhouse, which is the home and belongs to Teddington Theatre Club, of course. And Summerseat Players at the Theatre Royal in Bury. Those are some very brief Happy New Year messages that have come through. So, congratulations if you've been mentioned. If you haven't been mentioned, have a think about your society. Think about what your society's been up to in the pandemic. Just put a few lines together and send us an email at news@sardinesmagazine.co.uk. I think we'll probably put a link up on the screen, or put the address up at least there. There's a link also, as I say, below to the website where you can subscribe to the digital issue of the magazine. Have a look at all our digital issues. And if there's anything you think we should include in the future, please send us an email as well. news@sardinesmagazine.co.uk. If you've got any suggestions for anything at all, just let us know, or post it on Facebook, Twitter, and you can just comment below this YouTube if you want. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. But in the meantime, be safe, be well. We'll be back. See you later. Bye.